the emerging market currencies are a really big problem right now. So when we look at the dollar's having a very bad year, but it's down slightly compared to what is going on in a lot of with a lot of other currencies, and particularly in other countries. The U.S. dollar continues to be the strongest currency in the world, and the odds of that changing are almost impossible when we look around at what some of the other currencies are doing. So the UK going into recession, one of the European countries says they're going into depression, on and on it goes. These are developed nations. These aren't emerging markets, but some of the emerging market currencies are really, really struggling with no reprieve in sight. Brazil, South Africa, the Turkish lira, the Mexican peso. These are currencies that have lost 20% of their value. We say, well, the dollar is bad. It's lost 0.5% over the last 2 years, coming off some of the best years it's ever had. So, it is, or at least the best 3 years that it's had. The value on these currencies against the dollar is really a problem, and it's putting creating some really bad, some concerns, some really difficult situations with declines. 2015, the Russian ruble kind of crashed along with the Mexican peso, and that was bad. And guess what? It was only down 15%. And we're seeing much more desperate situations right now. So what does that mean? That means inflation is dramatically going to, or already is, picking up in these areas. And in inflation in these poorer countries like India and parts of Africa is devastating. They can't afford inflation. Remember, as inflation goes up, they buy less food. So we are looking at this very carefully, and I hope that America is a part of a solution to this. And now we have a pandemic that is exacerbating already an existing problem. And it's a huge problem. And we've got to take a long, hard look at that. I don't know that we are, because of all the other issues and all the other problems that we have. So these currencies are dropping like a rock and haven't returned most of their losses yet after a very sudden drop and sharp depreciation of those currencies. And if it goes unchecked, it's really going to pose grave threats to these emerging market economies, because inflation levels are going to get out of control and unsustainable.
Hey, remember to click the subscribe button right here on the screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is added. And more importantly than anything, you don't want to miss all 3 live hours of Financial Issues every day from 9 to noon. And you can watch it on FISM.tv. That's FISM.tv.